On this Memorial Day, as our nation honors its unbroken line of fallen heroes, and I see many of them in the audience here today.
I see dead people.
So yes, that's correct. You heard Obama correctly, that he claimed on Memorial Day that America's fallen heroes were being honored that day, and many of America's fallen heroes were sitting in the audience. Barack Obama evidently claims that he can see dead people. Not only that, but we also know from the corrupt organization of Acorn that many dead people were registered to vote in many of the cities around our nation. Now, I know many people will argue that even though they were registered, that they did not vote. Well, we certainly do not know whether anyone actually used a dead person's identification to vote with or not. I know over the years, I have never been challenged. I just go in, I give them my name, my address, and I'm handed a ballot. So it could very easily have been done many times across this nation that dead people could have been voting for Barack Obama. But now we have proof that this was done. What I'm showing you now is called a certification of ascertainment. This is sent from each state. It is a list of each elector that has been selected by each state. This particular one is from the state of California, and it states a proclamation by the governor of the state of California, certificate of ascertainment for electors of President and Vice President of the United States of America, 2008. To the President of the Senate of the United States of America, I, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Governor of the State of California, hereby certify pursuant to the laws of the United States and the laws of the State of California that a general election was duly held in accordance with law in the State of California on Tuesday, the 4th of November, 2008, for electors of the President and Vice President of the United States. That by the final ascertainment of said electors appointed under and in pursuant with the laws of the State of California, providing for such ascertainment, the Secretary of the State of California duly certified to me the names and the numbers of persons, and having receiving the highest number of votes for the electors as aforesaid. I further certify that the following named persons received at said general election in the State of California the highest number of votes for electors for President and Vice President of the United States for said State of California, and said following named persons have been duly appointed as such electors after due and final ascertainment as required by law. And then this 6-page document lists all the electors for each candidate that was on the ballot in California. And finally, at the bottom of this document, it says, in witness thereof, I hereunto set my hand and cause the great seal of the State of California to be affixed this 15th day of December 2008, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Governor of California, and attested to by Deborah Bowen, Secretary of State. The problem is on page 2 of this 6-page document, you will see highlighted here is Illene Haber. Illene Haber is deceased, and how long I have not been able to determine, but she was certainly dead long before the election because her name appears on not one voter roll in the entire state of California. This was known way prior to the election. WorldNet Daily ran a story about this on December 2nd, and yet here it is nearly 2 weeks after that date, and Illene Haber's name is on this certification of ascertainment and is signed by the governor and by the Secretary of State of California that she is a living, breathing person and that she is a duly registered elector for Barack Obama and Joe Biden. Now, this document that I'm showing you here is the certificate of vote, which was again submitted on the 15th of December. Certificate of vote for the President and Vice President of the United States of America, 2008, to the President of the Senate of the United States of America. We, the undersigned electors for President and Vice President of the United States of America, being duly appointed for the state of California, as displayed in the annexed certificate of ascertainment, made and delivered by the Governor of the state of California, with any deficiency in the number of electors supplied by election according to law, and there was no deficiency listed on that certificate, and having met on the first Monday after the second Wednesday in December, pursuant to the Constitution and laws of the United States and the state of California, do hereby certify the following candidates received the following number of votes for the President of the United States, Barack H. Obama, number of votes 55, for the Vice President of the United States, Joseph R. Biden, number of votes 55. In witness whereof we have set our hands at Sacramento, California, on the first Monday after the second Wednesday in December, being the 15th day of December, 2008. And who signed this document? Once for a vote for the President and once for a vote for the Vice President, none other than Illene Haber, a long-deceased person. And not only that, but at the bottom, again, as you can see, it says, in witness whereof I have hereunto set my hand and caused the great seal of California to be affixed this 15th day of December, 2008. Yes, that's correct. Deborah Bowen claims that she witnessed a dead person sign this document, not once, but twice. And now, when these electoral votes are counted by the President of the Senate, Dick Cheney, he will be counting 2 votes, one for Barack Obama and one for Joe Biden, that were cast by a dead person. Thanks.